everybody, welcome to TTT Urban Homestead, July 6th on a Sunday around 10 a.m. Front yard looking good, getting a little more heat now and not quite as much rain. Strawberry patch pretty much done with the strawberries and starting to send out runners. That's a runner right there, and that's how they reproduce. Each plant sends out a lot of runners, so every year you can pretty much double and triple your amount of plants that you have. All right, eggplant looking good. Got some babies in there. These plants are a little slow, but we'll keep up with it. Okra, full-blown okra. I'll show you in a little bit some harvest. Okra's looking good. Really got to keep an eye on them. Once they pop out, they grow pretty fast, and you try to get them before they get too big. All right, here is the fence line food plot. Looking good. Been picking some green beans down here. And here's the purple amaranth, or red amaranth, and then green amaranth. That's a summer green. It really looks like it's starting to kick in now that we're getting a lot more heat. Sunflowers looking good. Alright, this is some more okra plants in here. Eggplants here, and I see a baby down there. And then okra's behind here. I went through and picked this morning, but you gotta come out and check it every day pretty much once the summer comes on. Pepper plants, this set that's kind of in the sun all day long, they seem to be surviving, but they're kind of slow on growing. See what happens. There's my volunteer zinnia. And I got some squash plant back in here. I'm just waiting on a baby squash. I think I saw a flower that had I think these act similar to cucumbers, where they have a male and female plant or a male and female flower. Waiting on that. I'd like to get some summer squash. Marigold's doing real good. These are some that I started from seed. And the other ones, some of the smaller ones, I actually bought a couple six-packs at Home Depot. Alright, this is what chamomile looks like when it flowers. And they say the best time to pick these, and these are good for picking, is around 10 or 11 in the morning when the flowers are fully open. I did add some more Roma tomatoes here. Keep on. I gotta keep these watered though. In the bags, you really, in the heat and stuff, you really gotta water every day. So I have this little water meter in here, and I have it. That's number 5, and number 4 is up there. But I have 6 of them. There's one down in the area over here by the fence. That one seems to stay the moistest. It stays at 57%. With all that mulch that I piled up in there, I don't have any problem with moisture in the ground. Oh, so here's another little sugar baby watermelon. It's growing in the bag here, so we're going to see how that goes. And some more Romas. Romas in the back just got devastated by hornworms and too much water. I planted these a little later, and they're actually in more sun. So, alright, I'm gonna head to the back. Alright, in the back. First raised bed over here. I've got my cucumbers, and they're still doing good. Last year at this time I had no cucumbers. They all got wiped out by cucumber bugs and things like that. They gave them some kind of disease. So I went back to the method of putting them in this raised bed that actually gets pretty good afternoon sun around 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock. And I'm getting a lot of cucumbers. I've done a lot of what we call refrigerator pickles. And if you notice, I've incorporated more bug resistant or bug repelling type flowers like marigolds, nasturtium here. That's the flower it produces here. I don't know if this gets enough sun, but you come out and actually I see cucumbers in here I need to get picked out because, like I said, I think I mentioned before, if they turn a yellow color, you're gonna stop your plant. Alright, still got a couple tomato plants that are doing okay. I have to really keep an eye out for the hornworm. Hornworm will do something like that to your leaves, and you got to catch them before they destroy the whole plant. Green beans, still picking green beans. This is the main patch that we had even last year, so there's lots of green beans. This is my Paris Cos lettuce. This is what it looks like. It grows about 4 feet tall, and it puts out these little, if I pull this, that's the seed right there hanging down. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll come out here with like a paper bag and then shake real hard and catch a bunch of the seeds. So anyway, I'm replacing tomato plants. We got until the end of October, so we got plenty of time to grow more fruits and vegetables, more vegetables and fruits. Tomatoes consider fruit, but we're coming out and we picked a lot, and I'll show you that. I harvested the potatoes. I'll put a picture. There was 3 bags of red potatoes, 3 bags of yellow potatoes. Had a pretty good harvest. Liked how it turned out. Might do a couple things different next year. Here is the sweet potato bags. There's 5 of those. And my mustard green seeds. This was a volunteer mustard green, but if you can see, if you let things go to seed and kind of dry out, then you'll have seeds for this fall or next year. Here's my Roma area. As you can see, hornworms. This probably happened a couple weeks ago. This plant, not so bad. Once I started catching the hornworm devastation, I started getting rid of the hornworms. Alright, into the greenhouse. So, although we have devastation on certain things, then there's certain things that are doing well. And here's some, this was cloning of tomato plants, and I actually have put them in a bag now. Also, here's some more Romas, working on that. Might grow them in here because gets a little bit of shade, or it's got a shade cloth on this greenhouse, and I can really control what's going on in here. Alright, other part of the greenhouse, we've got the pepper area. Probably need to get a little more sun, but we're getting production. So, jalapenos, banana peppers, green peppers, doing well. Got a fan that kicks on at about about 85 degrees, so these plants are constantly like being moved by the fan, which will help with germination, not germination, pollination. These are self-pollinating, so as long as the something's blowing around in here. Lots of banana peppers here, and some green peppers. Like to have a little more, but see how that goes. We got the ones out in the front. Okay, the onion area, good and bad. These probably need to have more sun. So next year that I do this, I do have bulbs forming now. These are red onions, and then I have I'm trying to clean out this grass and weeds, and there's bulbs forming. But when you try to pull out the grass, it actually, a lot of times it pulls out the onion too. Picked a lot of beets. I probably need to clear these out. Here is the strawberry patch. I got some basil up in my little tower here. Got to keep that water because it gets really hot and dries out. Okay, to the celery area and radish seeds. Radish seeds. So I'm letting these bolted radishes go to seed. Not quite dried out. I like them to be like pretty much all the way dried out, but once they dry all the way out, you got to really get them because the birds come in and get them too. So celery, been kind of picking away at the celery. I think we can actually harvest this, and got to keep it wet and moist though, because they do like a lot of moisture. I just filled these up this morning, and they've already drained a lot of that moisture that I put in them this morning. So just an update at TT Urban Homestead. I'll try to get this video out pretty quick, probably today. So guys, share, like, comment, and any questions you have, just give me a holler. Alright, I wasn't update you. Forgot to add this into the video. So far, this is the red potatoes and yellow, and we used a bunch of the yellow ones for potato salad on the 4th, and that was like the best tasting potato salad. And green beans. We had green bean casserole with homegrown green beans. Alright, so we've got cucumbers, okra. Now the size that you want to pick is about this. That's almost too big, right there. But about the size of the length of your thumb. These down here are so huge. We're not going to use those. Either we let them dry out and use the seeds or something like that. These are the beets and tomatoes and Romas that we got that were okay. And this is what we call chamois melon right here. That's how big, when they turn yellow like this, that's about the perfect size right there. So they grow just like cucumbers, and so it's kind of easy to maintain and things like that. As far as refrigerator, we got refrigerator pickles in here, and then sometimes we throw. This actually came out of that refrigerator, so I'm gonna put it back. But just to kind of keep them a little bit longer. But anyway, that's the harvest that we've been doing, and I'll throw a couple more pictures of other harvests that I like, the potato harvest and things like that. All right, talk to you soon.